Hello friends, it's good to see you today. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's so much brown, so much beautiful brown. You gotta love the spring. You gotta love the beginning of spring when there's not even a single bud yet on. This is the first warm day we've had yet. It's 50 degrees out, it's a Friday, but I gotta tell you, it feels like 35 up here. So I'm out here today to teach you about some mechanical leverage. To start, we're just gonna work with a couple of these clips. Now, you can do this with carabiners. You can even do this with just paracord, but you're gonna add more friction with the more paracord / rope you're rubbing against itself. So something like a clip, a lot smoother, a lot less friction, you can get a lot more advantage out of it. Always good to have a couple carabiners on your backpack. Definitely get steel. You don't want to necessarily have an aluminum depending on what you're trying to lift, but yes, you can do a lot with mechanical leverage. So we're going to show you some of that today. We're going to want about 2 feet length paracord. We're going to make some loops, and those loops are going to help us wrap around a tree more or less, and they're going to be our anchor points. So let's go ahead and cut up 2 of those. Pull out the gigantic blade. I'm not going to worry about singeing these. We're up on the top of a windy hill right now, and I doubt my lighter is going to do too good of a job at singeing the ends of these. So as much as I love my paracord and want to keep it and reuse it, unfortunately some of this just isn't going to get reused. Now that we got 2 nice pieces of paracord here, about 2 feet in length, we're just going to want to get some quick knots in here. Nothing too fancy. Just gonna get it nice and tight so it's not gonna pull apart on us when we start to put a bunch of weight on it. Now, depending on what you're gonna be wrapping around, you might wanna be making a bigger loop here. So we're gonna want 2 of these clips are gonna be permanent. We're gonna want them held permanently on one side. The other ones can be loose on the loop, but these ones have to be permanent. They're going to hold tight once we go ahead and wrap this around on the tree. All right, so we've got them there. They're permanent. They're not going anywhere, left or right. On the opposite side over here, on small tree, we're going to also do a loop, but on this side, we're going to allow the hooks to be loose. As you can see, they are loose. Now that we have our paracord attached to our loose side, we're going to go ahead and run it through the permanent side, the attached, not moving loose side, and with the first one, we're getting a mechanical leverage there, which is about a 2 to 1. So let's go ahead and continue to run this back and forth, and this is why it's called a Z-line. So we're going to run in and attach it to our other loose clip. And now that we have that attached, that's more or less getting us even more. So I'm not sure if you can see that right there on the tree, but I am pulling that a lot with just using my weight and leaning. So we're gonna run this back through another loop. This is again on the permanent side. You can think of the permanent side as your structural side, more or less. The side you're not gonna be moving. You're gonna be hoisting it off of it to more or less pull things, right? So right now, we're getting tons of movement here. In fact, we're even moving the other big tree. I'm gonna actually readjust this and I'll put it on this log and show you how I'm gonna move that log. So the reason mechanical advantage like this can be so important is that when you're out here surviving and you're in bushcraft territory, you wanna use any advantage you possibly can to not injure yourself. Injuring yourself in the middle of the forest surviving, that's a ticket to farewell town. So we're gonna go ahead and make a loop. We're going to hoist this loop around here. tornado gust away. Farewell me. All right, now we're gonna come back, take our 2 loose clips, because again, this is the side that we're pulling on. Now we're gonna pop those around our loop right there. So as you can see, this is a big boy. It's heavy for me. Alrighty. So we got this wrapped around the log nicely, and sometimes when you're dealing with paracord, it can tighten up on your hands really tight. We don't want that. So we're just gonna go ahead and tie ourselves off a nice little loop knot. And then that way we can just directly pull on this stick and start moving that log. So you can see, even already, I'm just leaning back, using a little bit of muscle here, and I'm starting to pull that log. No problem, not hurting my back at all. The more loops you add, the more mechanical leverage you're actually putting in there, which means the longer your rope's gonna have to be. So I've gotten the end that we're gonna be pulling up on here, this big fallen over tree, because we're gonna need to lift this up, right? Maybe we're trying to move it, maybe we're trying to build a cabin, you're gonna build a tripod or something, and you're gonna be wanting to hoist logs up for your cabin. So we got these up here. Remember, this is the attached side. What you're moving is the loose side. So we'll go ahead and add our loose clips. So as you can see, the Z-rig is all attached up, and I'm gonna go walk that way. And while walking that way, I'm not gonna hurt my back. I'm gonna lift this maybe 3 or 4 feet, assuming it doesn't go flying all over the place here. But yeah, that should show you, at least again, how you can move something really, really heavy with not much. Alrighty, so from a different angle here, we got the Z-rig all set up, and without too much, I can lift a really, really big piece of weight with not much at all. But that goes to show you just how easy mechanical leverage can turn out for you. The Z-rig is a simple yet powerful tool that takes advantage of mechanical leverage, making it easier to lift or move heavy loads with minimal effort. Whether you're hauling game, setting up a ridge pole, or recovering a stuck vehicle, understanding and using this system can save time and energy in the field. With just a few clips, carabiners, and rope, you can multiply your strength and work smarter, not harder. So next time you're out in the wild, remember, the right rigging can make all the difference. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time for more bushcraft tips and skills.